Today's topic is going to be dealing with people or naysayers in your life or your situation that are basically casting doubt or casting, criticism to you trying to trade the markets successfully. Hello traders, investors, and entrepreneurs. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're doing something different today. I'm going to be talking about a really interesting topic, so stay tuned. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nick. I talk all about the foreign exchange market, the stock market, and about entrepreneurship in general. So if you're new here, smash that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you like this sort of thing. You'll notice that I am not in front of a chart today. We're not taking a look at gold or the S&P or the euro or anything like that. Today I'm going to be talking about what is a very, very important topic in my opinion. Now, when it comes to trading and investing success, you guys have probably heard me if you've watched my channel for a while that the main three pillars to me are risk management, they are trading psychology, and having a hardcore strategy that you've back tested and built. And those three components are certainly a very important set of things to have checkmarked if you're going to have trading success. Now, today's topic is going to be dealing with people or naysayers in your life or your situation that are basically casting doubt or casting, criticism to you trying to trade the markets successfully. The markets by themselves are already incredibly difficult to handle and incredibly hard to actually make consistent money in. And having other people kind of lash out at you can be really, really tough, especially for newer traders who don't know how to handle that sort of situation. I have a YouTube channel here at the time of making this video. We have just around 65,000 subscribers. I receive a lot of comments, messages, mail. I also run a small business where I'm working with clients all the time, offering trading services and software. So I spend a lot of time working with traders. So I've received a fair share, to say the least, of negative criticism, comments against me, opposing what I'm doing, saying all sorts of demeaning things to me. I'm used to it, and that's not the point of today's video. Today's video is all going to be about how you can handle those people in your life, because you almost inevitably will have those people if you try to be an entrepreneur of any sort or fashion. If you're a trader, you are, in my opinion, an entrepreneur. You're trying to make money. You're trying to build yourself somewhat of a business model where you take a small amount of money or you take some amount of money and you try and grow and build it just like any business would. So you're going to have people that say what you're doing is stupid. You're going to have people who are opposing you and saying that you'll never succeed at this. And dealing with that is very, very critical, because it can mean the end of a lot of trading journeys. So many people give up in the currency exchange, stock market, cryptocurrency market. They give up too soon because they let all the doubts and the fears and the insecurities get to them to the point that they no longer can continue. And listening to the people outside of your head that are telling you that you're going to fail or that what you're doing is stupid is a very fast track way to basically cut your trading journey short. So what we're talking about is the people in your life, especially the close people in your life. It can be exceptionally painful when somebody that you care about or someone in your family or a close relative or close friend is telling you that what you're doing is stupid and that you should quit while you're ahead, right? This is an incredibly painful situation. I know some of you guys have probably experienced this. By the way, comment down below in the comments section of this YouTube video. I want to hear some of you guys' biggest criticisms from loved ones. What are people saying to you? Are they saying that, trading is gambling? Are they saying that you should go get a real job? Are they saying that, you'll lose money in the end? Let us know. Let's talk about it in the chat, because as traders, this really is a bigger issue than a lot of people give it credit, and we don't talk about this a lot of times. So I think it is an important conversation to have to people who are looking to succeed in the markets in the long term. How do you handle those sorts of people? And the best way, in my opinion, again, I've had this YouTube channel for a while. I've worked with a lot of traders as, potential clients, right? And so as a person who has been in the game for a while, I've heard a lot of criticism. And so for me, what the best way to understand is that, okay, when it comes to trading, there's only so much you can listen to other people for. So many people are out there and they're looking for other people to tell them the right answer and how to trade successfully, right? You guys watch my YouTube channel, and hopefully what you do is you take the information and the bits and pieces that I am sharing, as well as other YouTube channels that are sharing stuff, and taking that in and going to test things yourself. We should employ the same concept when dealing with naysayers or haters. Take what they say with a grain of salt. Know that they don't see the markets the same way as you. If 95% of people fail in the markets, that still leaves 5% of people who are actually going to be successful in this in the long term. To be one of those 5% of people, you have to almost inevitably think differently than most people are going to think about markets. When we take down the facts, if you're in that 5% of people who makes it to trading success and you start to see consistent growth in your trading accounts, well, 95% of people are going to think, that trading is stupid, that it's gambling, and they've likely given up on it themselves, or they just have never really given it a try anyways, right? So we can't listen to those people as some sort of voice of reason, especially if you've invested a tremendous more amount of time into this business than they have, right? Whenever you try and be an entrepreneur in the world, there's going to be people who oppose you that say what you're doing is stupid, right? Trading is a form of entrepreneurship. You are basically running your own little business where you're trying to grow money into more money through a different strategy and approach, just like a business would, right? And so whenever you do something, you're going to have people who are going to be your naysayers. They're going to tell you that you can't do something. And it is especially painful when it is someone that is a close relative or somebody in your family or a close friend or somebody that you look up to. Unfortunately, all we can do as traders is if you really believe in this, if you really think that there is potential for you as a trader, you have to learn to shrug off the opinions of others, both the good and the bad. We know, some of you guys may know Gary Vee. Gary Vee is a big advocate for cutting out any sort of feedback from people who make comments about you. If they're good or they're bad, Gary Vee basically says, don't let it get to your head, okay? And I really agree with this, especially as a content creator myself. I receive a lot of messages, both kind and unfriendly, on my YouTube channel. And as a trader, you are going to receive good and bad comments about what you're doing. The best strategy in my mind is to not really give much thought to both the good and the bad. And let me explain why. Gary Vee, basically, this is his idea. If you focus on the good, if you absorb the good messages when people say, oh, you're a good trader, you're definitely really good at this, and I love what you're doing, and I think your strategy is great, and I think that you're gonna be, if you listen to that too closely and you absorb it and you take it and you build an ego off that, when somebody comes along and says your strategy is stupid, what you're doing will fail, you'll never actually make money in this in the end of the day, then you're going to also listen and be impacted heavily by that comment. So by not listening to the good or the bad with too much focus, I guess, is a great way to basically diminish the impact other people can have on you in your psychology. We all know how important it is. If you've been trading for any amount of time, trading psychology is a huge part of this. In fact, probably mostly a mental game more so than a technical game, right? Trading is very mental, and having people be able to cut you down like that and basically get inside of your head will likely lead to the direct damage to your trading performance. And this is a really key thing that people don't give the time to think about as traders. Everybody wants to talk about, where do I get in? Where do I get out? What's the right lot size? Where do I, how do I manage the trades when they go wrong? Right? Everybody wants to know about that, but this is the sort of stuff that really catches people on. If you're still watching this video, you probably know this, right? You've probably experienced this. A lot of you have probably known that, it's the self-doubt. It's the not believing in your strategy. It's the not holding your stop loss tight. Those sort of mistakes that ultimately break a trader. It's not usually finding a system that works for them that breaks them. It's usually they can't stick to a plan long enough for it to actually profit them in the end. And so listening to these negative comments, having people in your life that tell you you can't do it, and listening to it is going to contribute to a weak trading psychology, which is a direct impact on your trading performance, just in my opinion and in my experience. You have to have a level head. And so again, my approach is not to put too much weight on either the good or comments people say to you, and instead kind of just shrug them off and learn to move on if people are against you, and just say, hey, you know what? You've got your opinion, I've got mine. I'm going to keep doing what I do. Best of luck to you. You find how to do that in your life, not just in trading and just in general, you will be miles ahead of where you were before, because so many people are so so focused on what other people think that it actually destroys them internally, because they start self-judging, they start judging other people, and they focus so hard on basically what other people think that they never really think for themselves, right? It's so important in your trading success to not give too much weight to the negativity that's going to come. You're going to have pessimistic outlooks all around you. As I said, 95% of people fail in trading and in business. So you're gonna have people who cannot possibly see trading and investing the same way you do. It is important to think for yourself. It is important to be a contrarian in this measure and not to do what the crowd does, which is, say things can't work and to give up really easily and to not really put in the hard work that's required. You guys know, if you're still in this video, you're probably somebody who knows that this is hard work. You know that this is not an easy path to quick riches, but that it is possible. That's why you're still here. That's why you're still trying to trade. That's why you're trying to grow as a trader. If you're still here, you know these things. So let this kind of be a reminder that what other people are not going to do and you're still working hard to do is where you're going to basically make your edge. It's where you're going to find your success, is doing the things that other people are not willing to do. They're too lazy to do. They don't have the confidence to do. You have to find that confidence. And as a trader, having confidence is so big, because it's like having gas in your car's tank. If you don't have gas, doesn't matter how nice the car is, doesn't matter how strong the engine is, you're not going to go anywhere, right? Unless it's an electric vehicle, which I'm a Tesla bull, so it goes both ways, and I've had my fair share of criticism on those. Regardless, whatever you choose to do, stick to it, back test it, do the hard work, find out for yourself what the right move for you is, whether it's picking a strategy, whether it's sticking to that strategy and staying with it, or leaving it to find something that you like better. You need to ask those questions for yourself, start thinking for yourself, build your confidence, don't give up. This is not an easy way, as you guys likely know, but it is very possible. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up down below, and we'll see you back next time.